And we are asked find the product and the sum of the root of the quadratic equation. And we know that to find the product there is a formula that says that R1 times R2 is equals to C over A, and to find their sum R1 plus R2 is equals to what? B over minus B over A. For example, x squared plus 5x plus 6. Let's say f of x quadratic is given by this. Therefore, to find their product, R1 times R2 is equals to C over A. In our case, C is this 6. 6 divided the value of A is the coefficient of x squared is 1. Therefore, their sum is 6, and their sum will be R1 plus R2 is equals to minus B over A. Minus of 5 over the value of A is 1. Therefore, it will be minus 5. Example 1 is asked us to solve the value of x, and we are given a square root of 3x plus 1 is equals to 6. Solution. We know that square root of 3x plus 1 can be written as 3x plus 1 raised to 1 over 2. From property what? We know the radical of n the root of b can also be written as b raised to 1 over a. Therefore, 3x plus 1 raised to 1 over 2 is equals to 6. To get the value of x, we have to multiply by 2. We have to multiply 2, and we know that n the root of b can be written as b raised to 1 over n. If there is the power n here, and if n is even, it will be under square absolute value. Therefore, this will be under the absolute value, because the value of n is 2. 2 is even value. Therefore, absolute value of 3x plus 1 is equals to 36. This can be written as 3x plus 1 36, or 3x plus 1 is equals to minus 36. Therefore, 3x is equals to 36 minus 1. Therefore, 3x is equals to 35 over 3 over 3. Therefore, the value of x will be 35 divided by 3, or 3x is equals to minus 36 minus 1. 3x is equals to minus 37. Therefore, over 3 over 3. And the value of x will be minus 37 over 3. Therefore, the solution set will be minus 37 over 3, or 35 over 3. And example 2 is given by 25 x raised to 9 y raised to 15 z raised to 13 raised to minus 1 over 2. Solution. We know that a, b, c, d raised to x can be written as a raised to x times b raised to x times c raised to x times d raised to x. Therefore, 25 x raised to 9 y raised to 15 z raised to 13 raised to minus 1 over 2 can be written as 25 raised to minus 1 over 2 x raised to 9 times minus 1 over 2 y raised to 15 times minus 1 over 2 times z raised to 13 times minus 1 over 2. This will be under bracket, under the bracket. And we know something, a raised to x raised to y is equals to a raised to xy. Therefore, 25 raised to minus 1 over 2 times x raised to 9 times minus 1 over 2 times y raised to 15 times minus 1 over 2 times z raised to minus 13 over 2. Therefore, this can be written as 25 raised to minus 1 over 2 times x raised to, therefore 25 minus 1 over 2 times x raised to minus 9 over 2 times y raised to minus 15 over 2 times z raised to minus 13 over 2. We have to ask, do 25 can be factorized? Yes, 25 can be factorized by 5. Therefore, 25 can be written as 5 times 5. This is equals to 5 square. Therefore, 5 square raised to minus 1 over 2 times x raised to minus 9 over 2 times y raised to minus 15 over 2 times z raised to minus 13 over 2. This is equals to 2 will be cancelled, and 5 raised to minus 1 times x raised to minus 9 over 2 times y raised to minus 15 over 2 times z raised to minus 13 over 2. And we know that a raised to xy can be written as a raised to x raised to y or a raised to y raised to x. So let's write this in terms of this form. 5 raised to 1 raised to minus 1 times x raised to 9 over 2 raised to minus 1 times y raised to 15 over 2 raised to minus 1 times z raised to 13 over 2 raised to minus 1. And we know that a raised to x times a raised to y times a raised to z times a raised to u can be written as a raised to x plus y plus z plus u, and a raised to x times b raised to x times c raised to x times d raised to x can be written if their exponents are the same. In our case, exponents are the same. We will multiply their base. This is equals to a b c d raised to x. Therefore, we have to multiply this. 5 x raised to 9 over 2 times y raised to 15 over 2 times z raised to 13 over 2 raised to minus 1. And we know that x raised to 9 over 2, y raised to 15 over 2, and z raised to 13 over 2. We know that if numerator is greater than denominator, we make division. In our case, all of them are numerator greater than denominator. So we have to make division. 9 divided by 2, 4 times 8. 1, therefore, 9 over 2 can be written as 4 plus 1 over 2. 15 divided by 2, 7 times 14. 1. Therefore 15 over 2 can be written as 7 plus 1 over 2. And 13 divided by 2, 6 times 12. 1. Therefore 13 over 2 can be written as 6 plus 1 over 2. Therefore 5 x raised to 9 over 2 times y raised to 15 over 2 times z raised to 13 over 2 can be written as 5 times x raised to 4 plus 1 over 2 times y raised to 7 plus 1 over 2 times z raised to 6 plus 1 over 2 raised to minus 1. And we know that a raised to x plus y can be written as a raised to x times a raised to y. Therefore this can be written as 5 x raised to 4 times x raised to 1 over 2 times y raised to 7 plus times y raised to 1 over 2 times z raised to 6 times z raised to 1 over 2 raised to minus 1. So we have to make a multiply 5x. Let's multiply. It becomes 5x raised to 4 y raised to 7 z raised to 6 times x raised to 1 over 2 y raised to 1 over 2 z raised to 1 over 2 raised to minus 1. And we know that a raised to x times b raised to x times c raised to x can be written as abc raised to x. If their exponents are the same, we will multiply their base. Therefore this can be written as x y z raised to 1 over 2. Therefore 5 x raised to 4 y raised to 7 z raised to 6 times x y z raised to 1 over 2. We know that b raised to 1 over n can be written as n is the root of b. Therefore x y z raised to 1 over 2 can be written as square root of x y z. Therefore 5 x raised to 4 y raised to 7 z raised to 6 times square root of x y z raised to minus 1. And we know that a raised to minus x can be written as 1 over a raised to x. Therefore this can be written as 1 over 5 x raised to 4 y raised to 7 z raised to 6 square root of x y z raised to 1, because the value of our exponent is 1, right? This is also equals to 1 over 5 x raised to 4 y raised to 7 z raised to 6 square root of x y z. And example 3 is given by 3 raised to 2x plus 3 raised to 2x plus 3 raised to 2x is equals to 81 raised to y. Solution. And we are asked to find the value of y. What is the value of this y? And we know that let 3 raised to 2x be a. Therefore, this is equals to a plus a plus a is equals to 81 raised to y. Therefore, a plus a is equals to 3. A is equals to 81 y. And we already said a is equivalent to 3 square. 3 times 3 2 raised to x is equals to 81 y. And we know that a raised to x times a raised to y can be, if their bases are the same, we add their exponent, a raised to x plus y. Therefore, this is equals to 3 raised to 1 times 3 raised to 2x can be written as 3 raised to 1 plus 2x. Therefore, 3 raised to 1 plus 2x is equals to 81 y. Therefore, we will ask, do 3 can be factorized? Yes, 3 can be factorized by 3, 1. Therefore, 3 is equals to 3 times 1. This is equals to 3. Do 81 can be factorized? Yes, 81 can be factorized by 3, 27, by 3, 9, by 3, 3. Therefore, 81 can be written as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. This is equals to 3 raised to 4. Therefore, 3 raised to 1 plus 2x is equals to 3 raised to 4 raised to y. And we know something. A raised to x raised to y is equals to a raised to xy. So we will make a multiplication. 3 raised to 1 plus 2x is equals to 3 raised to 4y. Therefore, we know that a raised to x is equals to a raised to y. If their bases are, we can eliminate their base. In our case, the bases are the same, so we can eliminate. 1 plus 2x is equals to 4 times y. And we are asked to find y over 4 over 4. Therefore, the value of y is equals to 1 plus 2x over 4. And example 4 is given by square root of x plus t is equals to x minus 1. And if t is given 1, what is the solution set of the equation? We are asked to find the value of x. Solution. Square root of x plus, we are already given the value of t, 1 is equals to x minus 1. And step 1 will be defined the domain. Therefore, x minus 1 must be greater than or equals to, x must be greater than or equals to 1. After that, square root of x plus 1 is equals to x minus 1. We know that square root of nb can be written as b raised to 1 over n. Therefore, square root of x plus 1 also can be written as x plus 1 raised to 1 over 2. Therefore, x plus 1 raised to 1 over 2 is equals to x minus 1. So, to find x, we will multiply by 2, we will multiply by 2. Therefore, x plus 1 is equals to x minus 1 the whole square. And we know that a minus b the whole square is equals to a square minus 2 times of ab plus b square. Therefore, x minus 1 the whole square is equals to x square minus 2x plus 1. Therefore, x plus 1 is equals to x square minus 2x plus 1. So, collecting these two numbers, two thing to the left, x square minus 2x plus 1. When x is brought to the to the right, it become minus x. When 1 is brought to the right, it become minus 1 is equals to 0. Collecting like term, x square minus 2x minus x plus 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. This will be cancelled and x square minus 3x is equals to 0. And common x, when x square divided by x, x will be left. When minus 3x divided by x, minus 3 will be left. Therefore, this is equals to x is equals to 0 and x minus 3 is equals to 0. X is 3. But we already defined our value must be x minus 3 greater than or equals to 0. Therefore, x must be greater than or equals to 1. Do 0 is greater than or equals to 1? No. Do 3 is greater than or equals to 1? Yes. The only possible solution set will be what? 3. So defining the domain will be always the best criteria whenever you are given this type of equation in your exam. And example 2 is given. How can we factorize x cube plus 2x square minus x minus 2? The first thing is, do this and this have a common? Yes, x square is a common. When x cube divided by x square, x will be lifted. When 2x square plus divided by x, 2 will be lifted. Do this number have common? Yes, minus 1. When negative x divided by minus 1, x will be lifted. When negative 2 divided by minus 1, plus 1 will be lifted. Plus 2 will be lifted. Therefore common will be x plus 2. X plus 2. When this number divided by this, x square will be lifted, and when this number divided by this, minus 1 will be lifted. And we know that a square minus b square is equals to what? A plus b times a minus b. Like this, x square minus 1 can be also written as x square minus 1 square, because 1 square is equals to 1. This is equivalent to this expression, and this is equals to x plus 1 times x minus 1. Therefore x cube plus 2x square minus x minus 2 can be factorized as, the first thing we are given is x plus 2 times x square minus 1, and x square minus 1 is already given. X plus 2 times, this is already found, x plus 1 times x minus 1. Therefore when we factorized x cube plus 2x square minus x minus 2, this will be the factor form. And we are asked to simplify 4x cube minus 3x plus 5 over 2x minus 3 and nb. Whenever you are given the form of ax plus b over cx plus d, or any function, power any function, if the power of numerator greater than denominator, then we use a longer division method. For example, our case is given 4x cube minus 3x plus 5 over 2x minus 3. This can be written as quotient plus a remainder divided by divisor. Therefore when we divide 4x cube minus 3x plus 5 by 2x minus, the first case is comparing numerator power with denominator. Since the numerator, the highest value of 3, it is cubic, greater than the highest value or the highest degree for denominator is 1. Therefore 3 is greater than 1. We make a division. We have to make a division. Therefore 4x cube minus 3x plus 5. We will first divide 4x cube divided by 2x, it become 2x square. Therefore when 2x square multiplied by 2x, it become 4x cube. When minus 3 multiplied by 2x, it become minus 6x square. This will be negative. Therefore when negative multiplied by 4x square, it become minus 4x cube plus 6x square. This will be cancelled, and this 6x square will become 6x square minus x plus 5. So we will make, when this number divided by this, it become plus 3 times x. Therefore 3x times 2x will be what? 6x square minus 9x. Therefore when we make a negative, this become positive. Therefore minus 3x plus 9x will be 6x plus 5. Therefore when 6x divided by 2x, plus 3 will be lifted. Therefore 3 times 2x will be 6x, 3 times minus 4 will be minus 9. Therefore negative positive. This will be cancelled, and this become 40. 40 can be divided by 2x? No. So you will stop at that point. Example 11 is given by a certain person sell tomato and potato. Let T be tomato and let P be potato, and the price of the two can be found with this equation, where T represent, in our case, 2 represents the price of tomato and P represent the price of the potato, and we are given their equation. T is given by 2.5 plus 1.5 x, and P is given by 1.5 plus 1.75 x, and we are given what is the price of tomato. We are asked to find the price of P is required. If the price per bag of per bag of both vegetables are the same, and we are given if T and P are the same, find the value or the price of potato. Solution. We are already given T in dollar is given by 2.5 plus 1.5 x. P in dollar is given by 1.5 plus 1.75 x, and we are given the price of tomato and the price of potato are the same. Therefore 2.5 plus 1.5 x is equals to 1.5 plus 1.75 x, and collecting like term 1.5 x minus 1.75 x is equals to 1.5 minus 2.5. when we brought minus 2 to the right and this to the left, therefore this will be minus 0.25 x is equals to minus 1 divided by minus 0.25 divided by minus 0.25, x will be 4. But we are asked to find the value of P, and P is given by 1.5 plus 1.7 times x, and the value of x is already given 1.5 plus 1.75 times. We already solved 4. This will be equals to, this will be left, but we are asked, sorry, I'm very sorry, we are asked what is the price of tomato, not potato. We are asked to find tomato. Therefore tomato is given by 2.5 plus 1.5 times x. This is equals to 2.5 plus 1.5 times the value of x is 4. This is equals to $8.5. This is our final answer. Example 12 is given by if 4x plus 4 times of y is equals to 20, and what is the value of 12 minus x minus y. Solution. We already given 4x plus 4 times of y is equals to 20. When we make 4 as a common, 4x divided by 4, x will be left. When 4y divided by 4, y will be left, is equals to 20 over 4 over 4. Therefore x plus, this is x plus y is equals to what? 5. And we are given another equation, 12 minus x minus y. This can also be written 12, the common of negative x and negative y, minus 1. When negative x divided by minus 1, x will be left. When negative y divided by minus 1, y will be left. And we know that x plus y is equals to 5. Therefore 12 minus 5 is equals to 7. Example 4 is given as if 4x over 15 minus 3x over 10 is equals to 2 over 10 plus 4 over 5, and we are asked to find the value of minus 4 times of x. Solution. We are given 4x over 15 minus 3x over 10 is equals to 2 over 10 plus 4 over 5. So the common value of 15 and 10 will be 30. When 13 divided by 15, 2 will be left. 2 times 4x, 8x minus, when 30 divided by 10, 3 times 3x, 9x is equals to, the common value of 10 and 5 is 10. 10 divided by 10, 1 times 2, 2 plus 10 times 5, 2 times 4, it becomes 8. Therefore, minus x over 13 is equals to 10 over 10. This will be left, then minus x is equals to 13 when we brought this 13 to the this direction. Therefore, over minus 1 over minus 1. Therefore, the value of x will be minus 13. But we are asked to find the value of minus 4 times of x. Therefore, minus 4 times minus 30 will be equals to 120. And example 2 is if 12 over x plus 18 is equals to 3 over x, and we are asked to find the value of x over 3. Solution. We know that 12 over x plus 18 over 3 over x is given. First we have to make crisscross. 12 times x is equals to 3 times x plus 18. Therefore, 12x is equals to 3x plus, when this 3 divided by this and this, plus 54. Therefore, collecting like that, 12x minus 3x is equals to 54. 9x is equals to 54 over 9 over 9. The value of x will be 6, and we are asked to find to find the value of x over 3, and the value of x is already found. 6 over 3 is equals to 2. Therefore, the only possible answer will be 2. Hi student, now we are going to discuss about some word problems that you may encounter on your exam. So let's start from the first example. The first example states that when 5 times a number y, solution, you are given a number, let y be the number given, and when 5 times a number, that means 5 times a number is y, added means it is positive plus 3, result means it is always equals to 1, 3, and you are asked to find what is the result when 3 subtract. You are asked to find 4y minus 3, because 3 is subtracted from 4. From where do 3 subtract? From 4y. This is 4y minus 3. Therefore, you are given 4y plus 3 is equals to 13. To find y, pass 3 to the right. Therefore, 5y is equals to 10 minus 3. 5 times y is equals to 10. To find y, over 5 over 5. Y is equals to 2. But we are asked to find 4y minus 3. So we will insert 2 in terms of 4 times 2 minus 3. 4 times 2 is equals to 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 is equals to 5. Therefore, 5 is our answer. Example 2 says that Tsagu bought 2 kind of fruit, mango and banana. Solution. The first thing we have to say is let M be mango and let the other is banana, B be banana. And we are given that if the price of mango is 20% more than the price of banana, that means mango is what? 20% more than banana. And whenever you are given about the percent, for example, if you are given A and if B is R% more than A, it means B is A plus what percent? R over 100% of A. This is what it means, R%. B is R% more than A. This is therefore we are given mango is 20% more than banana, means mango is equals to banana plus 20 over 100 of banana. Therefore mango is equals to B plus, eliminate this, 0.2 times banana. So we can take common b. Therefore when b divided by b, 1 will be left. When 0.2 b divided by 2, 0.2 will be left. Therefore 1.2 times b, the value of mango means. And the other thing that we are given is, if she spent $1 of 120 to buy mango, mango is given. Mango is equals to 120, and you are required to find the value of banana. Therefore you already know that mango is equals to 1.2 times banana. So insert 120. 120 is equals to 1.2 times banana over 1.2 over 1.2. Therefore b will be 120 divided by 1.2. This is equal to $100. So Zaku will spend $1 of $1.2 for buying banana. And we are going to talk about algebraic inequality. Algebraic inequality. You will encounter the term at most, at least, and at most. When we say at least, it always means greater than or equals to something. Whenever we say at least, and whenever we say at most, it refers to less than or equals. You have to use this formula very careful. Whenever you are given at least, it means greater than or equals to, and whenever you are given at most, it means less than or equals to 0. Or in other words, at least means equals to above the capacity. At least means another thing, above capacity, and at most means beyond or the below the maximum capacity. At most means below the maximum capacity. Therefore, in short, at least means greater than or equals to beyond the maximum capacity. And when we say at most, it means less than or equals to or below the maximum capacity. In the first example we are going to work is, what is the least integer value? That means, what does mean integer? Integer means any number that cannot be have a fraction. For example, we have many kind of integer: negative integer and positive integer. When we say negative integer, it starts from -1, -2 up to infinity. And when you say positive integer, it starts from 1 to up to infinity. Therefore, whenever you are asked to find integer, it cannot be fraction. It always must be in the terms of whole number. And what is the least integer value of y? Says that 3 minus 4x at most. What does mean at most? 7. We already talked about what does mean at most. At most means less than or equals to or below the maximum capacity and capacity. Therefore 3 minus 4y must be less than or equals to 7. Therefore when we brought this 3 to the right, it becomes minus 4y less than or equals to 7 minus 3. When we divide by minus 7, y will be greater than or equals to 4 over minus 4. Y will be greater than or equals to minus 1. And one thing I am going to tell you is, whenever you divide by a negative number, if it is less than or equal to, it become greater than or equals to. When it was greater than or equals to or greater than, it become less than or equal. Whenever you divide by a negative number in inequality, it always change its sign. Therefore that is why I said y greater than or equals to 4 over minus 1. Whenever you divide by negative number, it always change its sign. So the least possible, and we are asked to find the least possible integer. So the least possible integer will be what? Negative 1. And example 2 is asking us what is the maximum possible integer value if 3 minus 4x is at least 7. That means we know that at least means greater than or equals to or beyond the maximum capacity. Therefore 3 minus 4x must be greater than or equals to what? 7. Therefore minus 4x must be greater than or equals to 7 minus 3. Minus 4x will be greater than or equals to 4. When we divide by negative 4 by negative 4, we already talked about it, will change its sign and it become less than or equals to minus 1. Therefore the maximum positive integer will be minus 1. Therefore the maximum integer value will be minus 1. And the example 3 says that what is the least possible integer value if 5 minus 3x is at most 3. We know that the first thing we have to ask is what does mean at most. At most means less than or equals to or beyond the maximum capacity. Therefore 5 minus 5x must be less than or equals to 3. Therefore minus 5x must be less than or equals to 3 minus 5. Minus 5x less than or equals to minus 2. When we divide by minus 5, there will be a sign change. X must be greater than or equal to 2 over 5. But we are asked to find the minimum integer value. Therefore when we change 2 over 5 into fraction, it becomes x must be greater than or equals to 0.4. Therefore after 0.2 the first integer will be 1. Therefore the minimum value of integer will be 1. And example 1 says that a farmer sells mango and banana. The price of this fruit can be found with this equation where we are given M means price of mango and B means price of banana. And we are given the equation M is equals to 3 plus 1.25 x and B is given by 2.5 plus 1.5 x. What is the price of mango? We are required to find the price of mango is required. And if the price of mango and banana, that means the price of mango M is equals to B. And we are given M means 3 plus 1.25 times x and the value of B is already given 2.5 plus 1.5x. Collecting like term 1.25x minus 1.5x will be 2.5 minus 3. This is equals to minus 0.25x is equals to minus 0.5. When we divide by minus 0.25 by minus 0.25, x will be 2. But we are asked to find the price of M, and we are given M can be modeled by 3 plus 1.25 times x, and we are already found x is 2. Therefore 3 plus 1.25 times 2, 3 plus 2.5, this is equal to $1 of 5.5. And the example 2 it says that my brother bought two type of speaker, type 1 and type 2. The price of T1 and T2 can be found on the equation. We are given T1 is equals to 5 plus 3.5 times x, and we are given T2 is equals to 4 plus 4 times of x. And what is the price of type 2? We are required to find type 2 price. Circle it. If the price of type 1 and type 2 are equal, and we are given type 1 is equals to type 2, and we are already known that T1 can be represent like 5 plus 3.5 times x, and T2 is given 4 plus 4 times of x, and collecting like term 3.5x minus 4x is equals to 4 minus 5. This is equals to minus 0.5x is equals to minus 1. Therefore, by minus 0.5 by minus 0.5, x is equals to 2. But we are asked to find the price of type 2, and type 2 is given by 4 plus 4x. This is equals to 4 plus 4 times of 2 is equals to 12. And example 1 is given by the sum of two number is 400. We don't know the number, so solution. Let x be the first number, and let y be the second number, and we are given the sum of these two number, x plus y is equals to 400 and one number. Let's say x is 20 more than means positive more than y, and we are asked what is the value of x, and we are all asked to find x, and we are given x plus y is equals to 400 and these two equations. And whenever we are asked to find x, we have to eliminate any number other than x. In our case, what is the number other than x? Y. So we have to eliminate any kind of y in our equation. Therefore, when we eliminate y is equals to 400 minus x. Inserting this on this equation, we already know that x is 20 plus y, and y is found 400 minus x. 400 minus x. Therefore, x is equals to 20 plus 400 minus x. Collecting like term, x plus x is equals to 420. 2x is equals to 420. When we divide by 2, x is equals to 210. And I'm going to show about percent change. That means percent increase and percent decrease. Let's say AO is our initial. This is initial value, and this is our, and AF is our final value. And if AF greater than AO, then there will be percent increase. That percent increase have a percent increase is equals to A final minus AO divided by AO times 100%. For example, if 2 is our initial value and 40 is our final value, therefore this is our AO, this is our AF, and we know that AF is greater than AO because 14 is greater than 2. There will be what? Percent increase. This percent increase have a formula of AF minus AO divided by AO times 100%. This is equals to 14 minus 2 over 14 times 100%. This is equals to 38 divided by 14 times 100%. This will be cancelled, and 318 divided by 2. By 2, 190 by 2, 2 by 2, 85%. This will be a percent increase. And example 2 is if you have our initial value 15 and our final value is 77, this is our AO, this is our AF. Therefore, we know that AF is greater than AO. because 77 is greater than 50. Therefore there will be a percent increase. This percent increase have a formula of AF minus AO over AO. AF have 77 minus 15 over 15 times 100%. Now let's talk about percent decrease. Percent decrease, that means we have AO and A final. If your AO is greater than AF, there will be a percent decrease. This percent decrease have a formula of AO minus AF over AO. For example, from 10 to 5, this is your initial value AO, this is your final value AF. You know that AO is greater than AF because 10 is greater than 5. There will be what we call percent decrease. This percent decrease have a formula of AO minus AF over AO. This is equals to 10 minus 5 over 10 times 100%. This is equals to 5 over 10 times 100%. This is equals to what? 15% decrease on the value. And example 2 is if you have an initial value 100 and you have a final value of 21. This is your initial AO and this is your final AF. And you already know that AO is greater than AF because 100 is greater than 21. Therefore there will be a percent decrease. This percent decrease have a formula of AO minus AF over AO. You already know AO. AO is 100 minus 21 over 100 times 100%. And example 2 it says that Asu bought two kind of ball to sell. She bought 15 what? Small ball, and she bought 17 what ball? Big ball. If she said that 14% of the small ball, that means 14% of small ball, she sold 14% of small ball and 16% of a big ball. By what percentage the number of ball she has declined? We are asked to find percent decrease. And sold, she sold what percent? Let's say A will be sold ball for smaller ball. Therefore A will be what percent she have sold it? 14%. 40 means 14 over 100. Of means multiplication. Whenever you found of 16% of means simply multiply by what is the total number of big ball or what is the total number of small. In our case the total number of small ball is 15. Therefore this will be cancelled, this will be cancelled. Therefore she sold 20 small ball sold. So small ball left will be total is 15 minus 20. There will be 13 unsold balls, small. That means what type of ball? Small balls. And the second one is A2. Let's say A2 be the larger ball sold by us, and A2 is equals to 16%, means 16 over 100. Whenever you find of means multiplication of big ball. What is the total type of big ball that she have? 70. Therefore this will be cancelled and there will be what? 7 times 6 is 42. Therefore 42 large ball was sold, and left unsold is the total she has is 17 minus 42. This is equals to 28. And we are asked to find the percent decrease. The percent decrease means initially she have 15 plus 70, that means 120 ball. Now she have only how many unsold small ball? 13 unsold small ball. 13 plus how many large ball or big ball she have unsold? 28. This is equals to 58. Therefore we have our AO 120, our A final 58. Since AO is greater than AF, that means 120 is greater than 58, there will be a percent decrease, and we know that percent decrease is given by AO minus AF over AO times 100%. Our AO value is 120 minus 58 over 120 times 100%. This is equals to 51.67%. And our example 2 says that in the trapezoid ADCB, if the base of it tripled, let's say B2 is tripled means 3 times B1, and the height means H2 reduced by 25%. Then we are asked by what percent the area changed. Solution. We know that area of trapezium is equals to 1 over 2 B1 plus B2 times H1. This is A1, and A2 is given by 1 over 2 times B12 plus B22 times H2, and we are given B2 is equals to 3 times B1, and we are given H2 is reduced by 25%. Let's talk about this. Whenever you are given a number is increased by R%, it means A final is equals to, let's say, a number x plus R over 100 of x. You have to use this formula. When a number x, let's say a number x is increased by R%, it means x plus R over 100%, and a number x is reduced by R% means A final is equals to x minus R over 100 of x. You have to use this formula always. You have to remember this too. When a number x is reduced by R%, it means A final is equals to x minus R over 100 of x, and a number x is increased by R%, it means x plus R over 2. In our case, it was H2 is reduced by 25%. That means H2 is equals to H1 minus 25 over 100 of H1 from property what? This property. When a number x is decreased by R%, x in our case a number is H1. When H1 is decreased by R%, that means H1 minus by what percent it was decreased? By 25%. Therefore 25 divided by 100 times what is the value of x? We know it is H1. Therefore H2 is equals to H1 minus, this can be written by fraction, it becomes 0.25 times H1. When we take common H1, when H1 divided by 1 will be left. When this number divided by this, 0.25 will be left. 1 minus 0.25 is equals to 0.75 times H1. Therefore A2 is equals to 1 over 2 times, we already given B1, and we are given if the basis of its area is triple, that means we are given B2 is equals to 2 times of B22 is equals to 3 times B2, and B21 is equals to 3 times what? B1. Therefore, we have formula A2 is given by 1 over 2 times B21 plus B22 times H2. B22 is 3 times B1. Therefore, this is equals to 1 over 2 times 3 B1 plus 3 times B2 times, this is given by 0.75 times H2. So when we take 3 as a common, 3 over 2 times B1 plus B2 times 0.75 H1. So let's brought 3 times 0.75 times 1 over 2 times B1 plus B2 times H1, and we already know that 1 over 2 times B1 plus B2 times H1 is, this is equals to what? A1. Therefore, A2 is equals to 3 times 0.75 times A1. Therefore, this is equivalent to 9 over 4 times A1. And we know that we are already given A1 and our A2 value is what? 9 over 4 A1. First, we have to compare A1 with A2. A1 is, as we already know, this is our initial value and this is our final value. Therefore, in our case, AF is greater than A1 because 9 over 4 is greater than what? A1. So there will be a percent increase. This percent increase have a formula of A final minus AO over A final. Our final times 100%. Our final value is 9 over 4. Therefore, 9 over 4 minus 1 over 9 over 4 times 100%. This is equivalent to 125%.